Having a safe vacation is easy. But are you daring enough to visit a place so dangerous that it might pose a threat to you? From the freezing peaks of snow-covered white mountains to soothing and relaxing beaches with fresh blue water, but deadly tribal individuals that will kill you if they find you, we're going to tell you about the world's most dangerous places. Stay tuned to find out about them all. Number 10. Bikini Atoll, the Marshall Islands. Lost somewhere in the ocean, this island looks like a paradise, doesn't it? But Bikini Atoll was actually home to numerous nuclear testing programs that turned the picturesque island of Bikini into a radioactive wasteland. 3 families were resettled on Bikini Island in 1970, totaling about 100 residents. But scientists found dangerously high levels of strontium-90 in the well water in May 1977, and the residents were carrying abnormally high concentrations of cesium-137 in their bodies. They were evacuated in 1980. The atoll is occasionally visited today by divers and a few scientists, and is occupied by a handful of caretakers. Though the inhabitants were forced to abandon their homes, even today, this remains hazardous for living organisms. The abnormally high level of radiation recorded here can cause cancer. Number 9. Singhi de Bamaraha National Park. Contrary to its name, this is no ordinary park that you might get to see every day. Singhi de Bamaraha National Park is located on the western edge of Madagascar, and the name literally tells us why it isn't so ordinary after all. The word Singhi literally means where one cannot walk barefoot, and the topography of the park consists of sharp peaks of serrated limestone mountains. Walking on those is a difficult task, but climbing them is one heck of a nightmare. This park covers an area of 1,500 square kilometers, and nobody has ever been able to completely explore the park, other than a risky and difficult path to walk on. This park is a home to various kinds of wild animals that roam around openly. Therefore, one would not want to go there just for fun without a backup. These gigantic pinnacles were completely hidden from the world until 1990s, but despite the discovery and preservation of this natural resource, there is a lot yet to discover. Number 8. The Mariana Trench. This is no ordinary trench. It is the deepest point in the entire ocean. A scar that runs for 1,500 miles at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean near the Philippines has never been properly discovered by humans because of the level of difficulty involved. The deepest point of the trench is almost 36,037 feet deep, and nobody has ever been there. It is said that if Mount Everest was to be put in that trench at its deepest point, the highest peak of the mountain would still be a mile under the water. There's a pressure of almost 1,086 bars, or 15,750 psi, at the deepest point in the trench, which is practically more than 1,071 times the basic standard atmosphere pressure at sea level. Due to such high pressure, the density of water increases by almost 4.96%, while the temperature at the bottom is 1 to 4 degrees Celsius. Due to such challenging conditions, it is extremely difficult to reach the bottom line of the trench and actually discover what's hidden down there. However, the only living beings that are known to live in the Mariana Trench are Xenophyphore, a unique single-cell organism that can easily survive by only using minerals in the water to form an exoskeleton. Number 7. Gangkhar Puensum. Claimed to be one of the highest mountains in the world regarding its elevation, which is 7,570 meters, Gangkhar Puensum in Bhutan is still unclimbed. One of the major reasons why it still remains untouched is because of the law passed by the government of Bhutan back in 1994. It is not allowed to climb mountains that are higher than 6,000 meters or 20,000 feet. The reason for the implementation of such a rule is the spiritual belief that such high peaks are reserved for sacred spirits, as the name itself means White Peak of the Three Spiritual Brothers. Ever since 2003, even the engineers have been forbidden to climb the peak to measure the heights. The mountain touches the border of Tibet's range and remains one of those unique places that not a lot of people have had a chance to discover yet because of the level of danger involved. Number 6. Star Mountains. This mountain range expands from Papua New Guinea all the way across the country's border with Indonesia to the Hindenburg Range. Most of the unexplored part of the mountain range is found to be a home to numerous species of animals that are only found in that part of the world. This wall has given birth to a whole new ecosystem, various kinds of fruits, plants, insects, and even animals. The gigantic limestone plateaus are one of the least explored areas in the world because of the difficult geography, and nobody knows completely about the kind of life there is in those mountains. However, it is one of the wettest areas of the world, receiving approximately more than 10,000 millimeters of water per year. Number 5. Greenland. Everyone knows about Greenland, a place that isn't so green after all. However, nobody has been able to explore the entirety of Greenland, which is covered in bright white ice, more or less throughout the year. This is known to be the largest island on the planet, with 80% covered in ice. Therefore, human movement is nearly impossible there. The ice is not only just as thick as 3,200 meters, but is almost 400,000 to 800,000 years old as well, and this greatly justifies the reason for not being explored yet. Number 4. Siberian Sakha Republic. A place that covers about 20% of Russia and is somewhat part of the Arctic Circle, Siberian Sakha Republic is one of the harshest and coldest places to survive. The average temperature of this place is minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit and is roughly the size of the entirety of India. The temperature is so cold that even the soil is frozen throughout the year. Not even ice, but frozen soil, which makes it very difficult to walk on or to just even survive. The air is very dry because the annual rainfall is very low, 200 to 400 millimeters. Therefore, breathing can be difficult, and there are very high chances of getting a heart attack in such areas. A very small area of this republic is inhabited by humans, and the rest is just a mega danger zone to our existence. Number 3. Snake Island, Brazil. Hidden off the coast of Brazil, this island is generally recognized as the most dangerous place on the planet. In fact, it is so dangerous to set foot there that Brazil has made it illegal for anyone to visit. The threat on the island comes in the form of the golden serpents, a species of pit viper and one of the deadliest serpents in the world, the Bothrops. Researchers estimate that there are around 5 snakes per square meter living on the island. Golden lanceheads can grow to be more than 1.5 feet long, and it is estimated that there are between 2,000 and 4,000 snakes on the island, predictably known as Snake Island. The lanceheads are so venomous that a man who has been bitten by one might be dead within an hour. There are some accounts of people succumbing to deadly predators in no time at all. One of these legends is reminiscent of a lighthouse keeper who was attacked by snakes and died. The Snake Islands lighthouse has been automated since the fatality, and the Brazilian government has forbidden any tourist from setting foot there. Number 2. North Sentinel Island. An island located by the Bay of Bengal, North Sentinel Island is under a group of people who just can't stand human interaction and strongly reject any kind of contact with the outside world. Even though this island comes under the Indian government, the administration has decided to leave them alone. According to a report, the last exposure these locals had with an outsider was back in 2006, and that did not end very well, as 2 fishermen had to die in the process. This means that nobody got a chance to completely explore the mystery island that the locals are trying to save. Number 1. Vale do Javari, Brazil. This last one is similar to North Sentinel Island. No human from the modern civilization has ever set foot on this area because of the overprotective and violent group of people who call it their home. These people are so out of contact from the outer world that they don't really know what a wheel even is, which means they live like people before the agricultural revolution did. Crazy how nobody from the modern era ever got a chance to take a step into this place, despite all the facilities they have today. These were 10 most dangerous places that not a lot of people have been to, and we would suggest you don't go there either. Are there any more on your list? Let us know in the comment box below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoyed it.